Hi, and welcome back. I'm Olympic swimmer Dara Torres, and as an Olympic athlete and a mother of a 2-year-old daughter, I don't have the luxury of wasting time when it comes to my training program. I invite you to join me while I perform one of my favorite and most efficient ways to work out. Resistance stretching helps me maintain my conditioning both in and out of competition. We're going to do this workout aerobically like you learned in the introduction of this DVD. This means you're going to strengthen and stretch the muscles in one fluid motion, and you're going to use the 3 components of working out: strength, stretch, and aerobic training, all in a half-hour workout. So let's make sure you have what you need before we start. Comfortable mat, the more padded the better, and something for head support. Now we're going to do around 6 repetitions of each exercise. So please pause the video if you feel like you need to, or do the arms and leg exercises separately. So let's begin.
Stretch number 1, medial hamstring. Grab the inside of your left heel with your left hand and start with your left leg in an elongated position. Remember to keep your ankle in line with your knee, in line with your hip. Kick down for strength while you pull up with your left hand to create resistance. Keep kicking down and let your left arm beat the force of your left leg for the resistance stretch. Only go as far as you can resistance stretch without locking or hyperextending your knee. Keep breathing, keep kicking down, focus on that medial hamstring. Feel that contraction. Keep the belly button pulled into the spine and the core stable. Relax your neck. Alright, let's switch to your right leg and repeat the same exercise. Remember to start with the leg in a long position and kick down to strength train it while resisting with your right arm. Again, focus on that medial hamstring in the core. You want to feel that core warming up. Keep that contraction and focus on that stretch. Fantastic! Let's get one more, and we are going to get right into the second leg stretch, central hamstring.
Number 2, central hamstring. Let's get started with your left leg in a long position in the center of your body. Remember, if you cannot reach, you can use a strap or a different hand grip as shown in the instructions. This is going to be done aerobically, so it is a non-stop contraction for the central hamstring, and you are alternating between letting your leg win for strength or your arms win for the resistance stretch. Okay, let's switch to our right leg. You should notice that your leg is getting more and more range after each strength and resistance stretch movement. If you feel any cramping near your hip, then just move your leg farther away. Excellent. One more and we will switch to the third hamstring for stretch number 3, the lateral hamstring.
Stretch number 3, lateral hamstring. Now your left knee is crossed over toward your opposite shoulder, so you can see your lateral hamstring. Get ready because this one can get tight. Again, we start with your left leg in a lengthened position and ankle, knee, and hip are in line. No torquing or twisting. And we are trying to keep our glutes down. They will come up slightly, but you don't want to roll over. Keep that core stable and work on those abs. Excellent. Keep kicking down. Don't forget to breathe. Feel that resistance stretch all along the hamstrings. Let's switch to our right leg. This is a great stretch for increasing your body's balance and jumping higher, or after sitting for an extended period of time. Keep those glutes down, keep the movement smooth, and don't fight yourself with too much resistance. You will still get all the benefits just as long as there is some resistance. Fantastic! Let's keep this flow going and get right into our lateral quads.
Stretch number 4, lateral quad. Still on our backs with a pillow for support, our left leg goes out at a 45-degree angle and is bent in a comfortable 90-degree position. Now cross your right leg over so that the ankle is resting comfortably above your knee and drop your left leg down toward the midline. From here, you will push your left leg out for strength while resisting that movement with your right leg. You can experiment with the positioning of your left leg to target the correct muscles that are tight by moving your heel closer to or farther away from your glutes. Keep pushing out with your left leg and use your right leg to bring it down to the floor, or as close as you can go while resisting. Remember to keep your belly button pulled in, core engaged, and try to keep your hip on the floor. Okay, let's switch legs. This exercise is really working on loosening up those hips. This is great for running. Excellent. Keep breathing. Focus on the range of motion that the hip is getting after each strength and resistance stretch. Remember to lengthen the leg not just down, but down and away. The more you elongate your leg, the better the resistance stretch will be. Excellent. It's time to go after the insides of your legs.
Stretch number 5, adductors. Alright, let's work the inside of our legs. Remember to keep your legs turned out and only open them as far as they comfortably go. Really focus on the strength training portion of this movement, as these are weak on many of us. This is a challenging movement, so be sure to breathe throughout. Hold the contraction on the resistance stretch. Don't let up on the resistance, especially at that end range. Those shoulders should be burning now too. Resistance stretching is a full body workout. And one more. Great. Now let's go after your glutes.
Stretch number 6, glutes and IT band. I'm sure most of you have done a stretch similar to this one before, but now we're going to add resistance and you will see how that changes everything. Cross your left leg over your right knee so that it is comfortable, and remember to start with your glutes in a long position, so bring your left leg toward your chest by raising your right knee. Now push out with the outside muscles of your left leg and allow it to pull yourself up. Continue kicking away, and we will use our arms and right leg to bring our left leg back to the chest for the resistance stretch. Keep it nice and smooth without rocking, and try to keep those glutes from raising too far off the floor. Okay, let's switch legs. Use this strength movement as a stretch for your upper traps. During the resistance stretch, remember to use the biceps and back muscles to pull the leg in to get an arm strengthening workout. Excellent. Let's get 4 more and back to our adductors.
Stretch number 7, seated adductors. Alright, for the next exercise we are going to sit up and get into that traditional butterfly stretch to stretch out the inside of our legs. Start with your legs open and the adductors in a long position. Place your elbows on the inside of your knees to provide the resistance and squeeze in. Remember to move your upper body out of the way to get a stretch along your upper back. Hold the contraction in your adductors and then resistance stretch by pushing your elbows down and out against your knees to open your legs back towards the floor. Really feel as if you are taking your elbows and lengthening those muscles on the top inside of your legs. Try to keep your back straight as you go forward and tilt from your pelvis. Now on to our hip flexors.
Stretch number 8, hip flexor lunge. From this seated position, we are going to get into a comfortable lunge with your right leg up. Remember, the right knee never passes the toes. The back leg is angled and in a long position. From here, you are making a movement as if your left knee is trying to come up into your chest like you are doing a high knee exercise or running. This will provide resistance and pull your body back for strength. Remember to tuck the glutes underneath you and don't stick them out. Once back in this position, hold that contraction and use that front leg to pull your body forward from the hips to get a resistance stretch in your left hip flexor. Remember to keep kicking that right knee into the ground the whole time. It never stops resisting. Okay, let's switch legs. The front leg is getting a hamstring strengthening workout while the back leg is getting a hip flexor resistance stretch. Really focus on both movements here, as this muscle group is often neglected for both strength and stretch, but is extremely important in all activities. When weak and or tight, it can be the cause of many back problems. Now let's finish with a calf stretch.
Stretch number 9, calves. Alright, you should be breathing and warmed up by now. Let's go after our calves. We are going to start on all fours with hands and feet on the mat so we don't slip. From here, we will pop up. Our head is going just over our shoulders and we are on our tiptoes, contracting our calves. Use our arms and shoulders to push ourselves back onto our heels. Excellent. Let's pull ourselves forward and push ourselves back again to keep getting that resistance stretch. We can keep rocking back and forth, and we can even hold this stretch at the end range for a second or two with our head into our chest and breathing. Great, and let's drop down. That's a workout that covers every major muscle group of our legs. Now let's get our arms.
Stretch number 1, chest and bicep. We are going to start in a basic push-up position. And remember, you can do the beginner version if you need to until you build upper body strength. We are going to start with our chest close to the floor, abs tight, back flat, and push up, strengthening the chest. Feel that resistance stretch across our chest. Once down, you can drop to your knees to pop up or stay in a traditional push-up. Remember, our thumbs are shoulder width so we have a nice wide base. This is a fabulous exercise for building strength and muscle endurance. And now that we've worked the chest, let's go on to the balancing muscle groups, rotator cuff.
Stretch number 2, rotator cuff muscles. Alright, now let's work our rotator cuffs. Start in a comfortable lunge position with your right leg up and cross your left elbow over your right knee and drop your left hand towards your glutes. From here, you contract your back muscles by doing external rotations. Really feel those back muscles working as you rotate your arm. Keep pushing back into external rotation and use your right arm to pull your left arm towards your glutes for a resistance stretch. Remember to breathe and keep your core tight throughout both strength and resistance stretch. Let's switch sides. Keep contracting that right hand back into your left wrist. Keep the body stable and use your core. Don't forget that as you complete the resistance stretch, you can rotate your upper body to look up towards the ceiling so that you get a nice lower back stretch. Excellent. Now let's work more muscles of the back with the internal rotator stretch.
Stretch number 3, internal rotators. We will work on our internal rotators and more muscles of our back. Now bring our hands up above our forehead, keeping the arms at a 90-degree angle or greater. Start with the elbows in and press the palms together to open the elbows up. From here, keep this contraction and squeeze the elbows together as if you are going to pop a balloon. Remember to keep those traps down. Don't let the shoulders shrug up to your ears. You should feel this across your back. Remember, we can now raise the arms up about half an inch each time to increase the internal rotation and grab more muscle fibers. Great job. Now let's continue to work our shoulders with a scaption exercise.
Stretch number 4, scaption exercise. Staying in the same kneeling position that you are in, we are going to work more of the back and rear shoulder muscles. Start with your left arm straight and your left hand down. Let's put our right hand on our wrist, elbow, or forearm, wherever is comfortable. And now push back into a Y position as you pull down with your right arm to create resistance. Keep your body facing forward so as not to rotate your torso. Now for the resistance stretch. Continue to push back and use your right hand to give lift or traction to help elongate the muscle. Now keep pushing back for strength and bring it down again for resistance stretch. Let's switch to the other arm. Remember that as you bring it down across the body for the resistance stretch, you can change the angles and go more across the chest or lower so as to grab different muscle groups. Remember to keep breathing and keep feeling that contraction in the back. It's also great to get a neck stretch by angling the head toward the hip that you are bringing the arm to. Now let's go after those lats and obliques.
Stretch number 5, tricep, lat, and side oblique stretch. Alright, those arms should be nice and warmed up now. Again, we are going to stay in the position that we are in to work the triceps, lats, and obliques. Bring our left arm up behind our head and reach across and grab the elbow with our right hand. As you are contracting your left elbow into your right hand, you're going to lean down and try to touch your left elbow to your right knee. Remember to only go as far as you can so that you can pull yourself back up safely, all while resisting. Focus on contracting your whole left side. This is also a great neck stretch if you let it relax as you go down. Excellent. Switch to the other side and keep the momentum going. Keep the core tight and work those obliques. Let's go back to the front of the body and work different muscle groups of the chest and biceps again.
Stretch number 6, chest, forearm, and biceps. Alright, we are going to sit back on our glutes with our hands behind us as we prepare to work our chest, forearms, and biceps. Remember from the introductions in chapter 4 that there are different hand positionings. You are going to start with fingers facing back and feet in a comfortable position as you pop up to get right into the stretch. Notice that, once again, the knees never pass toes, and as you pop up, you are keeping your core tight and glutes tucked in. Try not to let your glutes touch the ground, and as you pop back up, you really want the feeling of your upper arms rotating out so you feel the stretch in the forearms, biceps, and across the chest. Hold that at the top for a 2-second count, and then drop back down. And now on to work those side deltoids.
Stretch number 7, side deltoids and neck. Let's get back into that kneeling and or standing position that we were in for the beginning of the workout, with our left arm bent at 90 degrees and resting at our sides to work our deltoids. From here, place our right hand on our elbow and do a side delt raise, strengthening the muscles of the side of the shoulder as we pull down for resistance with our right hand. Once at the top, keep pushing your left arm up towards your head and use your right arm to beat the force and bring it down for the resistance stretch. Now switch sides. Keep the wrist in line with the elbow or below. Just make sure to not have the wrist go above the elbow, as that starts to work different muscle groups. As you do the resistance stretch, you can let your head go towards your other shoulder so as to get a neck stretch at the same time. Let's finish this workout with another chest exercise.
Stretch number 8, chest and calves. Let's go after the chest and calves one more time. That's right, we are going to finish this workout off with the same exercise we did to complete the leg workout. Only now, we are going to put more emphasis on the chest. Start on all fours with hands and feet on the mat, and from here we will pop up. Our head is going just over our shoulders and we are on our tiptoes. Now we will use our arms and shoulders to push ourselves back onto our heels to get that resistance chest stretch. Excellent. Let's pull ourselves forward and push ourselves back again to keep getting that resistance stretch. To get the best chest stretch, you really have to pull those hands into the mat as you lean back and bring your head into your chest. And for the last couple, let's hold that end position for 3 seconds while maintaining the contraction to increase the resistance stretch. Great. And let's drop down. That's a workout that covers every major muscle group of our legs and arms in under 30 minutes.
I've been fortunate to have been stretched by Ann and Steve multiple times a week. Throughout my races and competitions, I can't tell you enough how beneficial the combination of assisted resistance stretching and resistance self-stretches have been to my success both in and out of the pool. So have fun learning and incorporating these self-stretches into your workout regimen. Check out innovativebodysolutions.com for more information. You can find a trainer in your area or learn how to become one yourself. With resistance stretching, the possibilities are endless. That's why I'm still living the dream at age 41.